Hi, Tony here from empowermefirst.college. We have two simultaneous equations, meaning that the value of y and the value of x is the same in both of these equations, and we need to solve them. We're going to start by solving for y. This means we're going to express y in terms of x, basically making y disappear in the sense that we don't want to have y here, but we are going to express it differently in terms of x, not make it disappear in the sense that we just get rid of it. Otherwise, we would lose information. Then once we have done that, we will have only one variable left, which is going to be x. And from there, we can make more progress towards solving the whole thing. So let's take the second equation. And we want only y, not 2y. So we get this. We divided both sides of the equation by 2. And now we're going to take this part here and put it into the first equation instead of this y. So this is our y, and it is equal to this here. From here, to solve for x, we have to throw all the terms on one side and set the whole thing equal to 0. So to get there, let's multiply both sides by 2. We have 2x squared, and for x, we're gonna have 10 minus 3, which is 7x. So 2x squared, and we said 7x plus 7x. And this minus 2 here goes to the other side, becomes plus 2, which is gonna give us then minus 4. And since we threw everything here to the right side, we have here equals 0. But let's just write the 0 on the other side. Now we want to find the values of x that make this equation true. So somehow all this has to be equal to 0, and we can do that using the quadratic formula. And the letters in this formula correspond to A, this is A, this is B, and this is C, meaning A equals 2, B equals 7, and C equals minus 4. Let's plug these values into the formula. Minus b will be minus 7. B squared is going to be 49. 4ac will be 4 times 2 times minus 4, which gives minus 32. And we have a minus sign in front of it. So we are back to positive 32. All over 2a, which is 4. Then we have x equals 49 plus 32 equals 81, and the square root of 81 is 9. And doing one time plus and one time minus for 9, we'll end up with two values for x. Minus 7 plus 9 is 2. 2 divided by 4 is going to be 1/2. And if we do minus 7 minus 9, we have minus 16. And divided by 4 gives us a minus 4. So these are the two values that make this equation true. If we want to check that is indeed true, we can factorize this equation. This would give us. So this is just another way of writing this equation. And with this, we can see that if x equals minus 4, this term here will be equal to 0, making the whole equation equal to 0. And if we take this value for x, this term here will be 1 minus 1, and it will also be equal to 0, making the whole equation equal 0. If we graph the equation, this is what we get, and we see that indeed at x equals minus 4 and at x equals 1/2, we have a value of y, which is the vertical axis, that is equal to 0. In other words, these are the points where the function crosses the horizontal axis, the x axis. Now we need to plug these values into the first equation we had. For x equals 1/2, we have, which is equal to, and if x equals -4, we have, this gives us 2 points. In the first case, x equals 1/2 and y equals -1/4. And in the second case, we have -4 as value for x and -7 as value for y. And these 2 points are the points where this equation and the other one we had at the beginning, these points here are where they intersect. If we bring a graphical representation, this is what we get. One intersection is here and the other here. This point here is 1/2 and -1/4. And this point is -4, -7. This line here represents the first equation, and this line here represents the second equation we had, equation 1 and equation 2.